Hey guys, we're going to finish it up with part 2 on lap timers, and here you're looking at the race info submenu, and the race info submenu has everything to do with your lap timers and your stored laps. So I just wanted to give you another look at the submenu and what's in that submenu again. And you get your best ever, best and last, and then after those three, you get all of your stored laps after your last lap when you toggle through to that pushing on the set button. You can store up to a maximum of 60 laps. Past that, you get your total time for your laps. You can delete your laps, and then you can delete your best ever lap and then exit out. But what I really want to show you here is we're going to go through and we're going to go into race info and just take a look at one of the laps stored in here so you can see the telemetry that's available to you for each and every one of your laps. So let's get to it. Okay, we're here at the bike now, so I'm going to go ahead and hit set from the home screen, and we're going to go into the menu here. It's going to be your race info menu, and there we are. Now we're going to press and hold set. Now, as I'd mentioned and reviewed with you on the submenu, you're going to see your best ever. I'm going to toggle through, and then your best, and then your last. And I'm just going to go through it. I'm going to toggle in to this. Now I'm on my first lap here. And so I think that this would be a good place to stop here, and I'm going to review what you see here. What you're looking at here is my very first lap stored in here. And you see some things cycling through. So I'm going to take them just one thing at a time. So the first thing that we're going to start off with here is the miles per hour or kilometers per hour, depending on where you live. And you're going to notice it's cycling here through three different things. Those things are your maximum speed, your minimum speed, and your average speed. So you get those three items. Next, we're going to go over to the lane angle sensor area, and you see that here where it says maximum for your left and your right. That's also included in your telemetry. Okay, and then we're going to go up here where it says lap, and that tells you what lap that you're in at the moment and what you're viewing there. Hope you can see this okay, guys. All right, so from there then, we're going to go over to this line right here where you see throttle, gear, and brake. And so we'll start with throttle, and that's the average throttle per lap. And brake is going to be the proportion that you rode that lap with your brakes applied. And then the last one there is gear, and that's how many times you had a gear change on that lap. So right there, you see those three things toggle through for you in that section that I'm pointing at here. Okay, so now we're gonna go down to here. Now this is a bit of a mystery on this one for two reasons, and I'll explain that. But right here, you see miles. Let it come back around. Right here in the manual, that's all they tell you about is that. That's the distance for that lap. So for this particular lap, I rode 1 7/10 of a mile. Now, the ABS and the traction control, the DTC, are both at zeros here. That is not mentioned in this section for in the manual. So I'm not really sure what those two are indicating for the telemetry. They're both at 0, so it may just mean that it's either on or off for either one of those for that lap. Okay? So I'm going to leave it at that, and I might try to contact BMW and ask them more about that and see what they say. Okay, so continuing on here. Now, it's not showing, but if you look where my pointer's at, let me come in a little bit more here. So I hope you guys can see this okay. Above the 12 right here, if the ABS, if it says ABS in bold, that means that ABS intervened for that lap. Now you're not seeing it here above the 12 because in this lap my ABS did not intervene. But if it did, it would be lit up there and you would see it. Okay, then now we're going to move on to our next section here where you see the 4, the 8, and the 12. And that section right there is your maximum braking rate. So right now you can see I've got 2 bars down below there. There wasn't much going on, but that's that section right there that's provided to you. And then the next one is going to be for your traction control and your torque reduction on the engine, and what was going on there during that lap in this section here. Okay, and then over here, the last thing you're going to see here is if you're in slick mode, you will see what your traction control setting was for that particular lap. Either 0, 1 through 7, or negative 1 through 7 for your settings. Okay, so that's the telemetry that you get for each and individual lap that you have saved. I think that's a pretty awesome feature, and I thought I'd tell you about it. And now we're going to go ahead. We need to exit out of this submenu. Don't forget we're in the race submenu right now, and so it's time to start hitting the set button. We're going to press on the set button until we get past all of the laps that are stored. I've got several in here. And then you're going to see a total of all of our laps, a total time. There it is right there. We'll keep hitting set. Now you can delete your laps. I probably will. And then you can delete your best ever. And we should see exit next. And that was with the review that we did earlier. So we're going to press and hold set. And we're out of there. Press your trip and you're back to your odometer. And we're back to where we started. There it is, guys. Thought it was pretty interesting and wanted to share that as a part 2 with you. Have a good one.